Hello there, Professor. Well, hello there, Beta. I have a question for you. Okay, what is that question? What do these do? What do you mean, Beta? So, yeah, what do these do? Beta, please put those down. What if I just put this through this card through here? Beta, no! Spike, get out of here. You're not supposed to be here yet. Your video hasn't come out. Please, go. Get off the stage. Beta, what did I tell you about touching things in my office? Oh, what does this do? Beta, no! Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be doing a very special review. And that review will be on the Beast of the Mesozoic Spiclops. In fact, this is my first Beast of the Mesozoic figure, so this should be fun. But anyways, let's start with the box. So first, we have some nice art of the Spiclops on this side. Then we have an open window right here with our Spiclops. Then if we turn the figure around, see some information about Spiclops on the back. It's number 14, and also you can see some other figures in the lineup, but we'll take a closer look at that in a second. Here's the bottom of the box. Here's the top of the box. And now let's just take this little piece off right here, which I think I might have to cut it off. Or at least there might be some tape holding it in place, which, yeah, there is. And let me just cut that off real fast. Just want to be careful with that. I think that's all I need to do to take that off, but yeah, it's just a little square here. And you can see all the other figures in this wave, and this is wave 2. And so we have Wandaceratops, Spiclops, Centrosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, Cosmoceratops, Ionosaurus, Avaceratops, and Regaliceratops. And, well, yeah, those are all the figures. Now let's take the main figure out of the packaging, which we are going to actually need to cut the tape right here to do that. And that's cut open. And now we can actually pull this piece out. There's also like a jungle background inside the box. But here is our Spiclops. So, now we just have to get the restraints off of it. So the Spiclops is out of the box, but first let's take a look at its card, which looks very nice, and I really do like it. Also, the little lizard in the bottom is really nice too. But, yeah, the artwork's really nice. And then on the back of the box, well, back of the card, actually, we have some information about the Spiclops. Looks very nice. Now, let's take a closer look at another part, which is, here are the instructions. Yeah. There's nothing on the back, but yeah, here's the instructions for it. Anyways, let's get on to the actual figure. Here's our Spiclops, and all I can say is we do have to attach the tail, which I'm going to try real fast, but I'm not going to try too much if it doesn't go in naturally, and I'll actually follow the instructions like a normal person if this doesn't work. And here is our Spiclops out of the packaging, and oh boy, it is wonderful. I actually didn't need to use the instructions for the tail because it went in naturally on its own. But yeah, let's look at detailing first. So first thing, this thing has a lot of detail on its head. It looks very nice. Then as we go down the body, still nice scalations on it. And as further down, honestly, the scales stay pretty consistent and very nice. We go on the top. Some larger scales up there. And same for some pretty decent sized scales on the side right here. The legs look very nice. And the underside has some more very nice scalations. Here's the underside of the neck, which also looks really good. And let's just take another closer look up at the head. And we'll get to the inside of the mouth a little bit later. But for now, let's also look at these nice horns. And Spiclops has some interesting horns on his head. Then once we move on to the other side, which looks pretty much the same. And, yeah, this is very nice. We move down the side of the figure a little bit more. Still just some nice scalations. So yeah, and then as you can see in the colors, it's mainly an orange color, also with some black on it. Though it does have some nice blue, whites, yellows, and a few other colors splashed around it. So let's move on to articulation. So first off, the head can move up and down, just not a crazy amount, and can twist side to side as well. Along with the neck joint on the head, though this is fresh out of the box, so it's a little bit stiff, but there is an articulation point right here. Along with the jaw, which let's see if we can open, and it opens up very nicely, and very wide actually as well. Though if we can get a look inside the mouth, very nice. Upper and lower jaw, and it goes back very far. And the jaw can actually open all the way to here, which I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but it can do it. Then for articulation in the legs, it can go forward and backwards. Along with another point of articulation in the arm, which can not move too much. And then also a point of articulation in the foot, which can move very nicely. For the hind legs, it's nothing too crazy, as it can move backwards and forwards, along with the knee, which also doesn't move too much since, again, this is fresh out of the box. Ankle and foot joint. Then we also have a torso joint, which torso joints usually don't move too much. And yeah, this is very stuffed because, again, I have had this for a very short amount of time. And then the tail articulates very nicely. But yeah, this is the figure so far, pretty much. It actually has a pretty good range of articulation, though some of the points are stiff just due to the fact that this is fresh out of the box, but eventually they will warm up, or I'll just have to use some warm water to get them to move. But anyways, let's get the size of this figure, which our Spiclops measures in at roughly, let's see, 11 inches, or 11 or 10 inches. And at the top of the frill, about 4.5, maybe a little bit more than 4.5. Now, let's actually compare it to some things. First, here's it compared to the Habitat Defender Triceratops, which is much bigger than it. Then next, let's compare it to the Hammond Collection Ceratosaurus, which pairs up very nicely with it, and is quite a bit taller, but still works very, very nicely with it. Next, let's also compare it to the Hammond Collection Metriacanthosaurus, which is about the same size as the Ceratosaurus, but also pairs up very nicely with it. Next, let's compare it to the Hammond Collection Concavinator, which looks very nice compared to it, though it's very similar in size, but quite a bit longer. Also, I think we can also compare it to the Hammond Collection Geostembergia, which here's its wingspan compared to it. Again, nothing too crazy. And next, let's also compare it to my last Hammond Collection figure, which is the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus, which absolutely dwarfs it in size. And yeah, another thing I learned recently about the Beast of the Mesozoic lineup is it's not the same size range as the Mattel figures, which I really thought they were, because Mattel's figures are in the 1/18th scale, and I believe Beast of the Mesozoic are like in a different scale. I can't remember exactly. I think Beast of Mattel is actually in the 1/35th scale, and Beast of the Mesozoic is 1/18th. But don't quote me on that. And then a few more just kind of random comparisons we can do are with the Jurassic World Ionosaurus, which look very nice compared to it. And then next here is it compared to the Zuniceratops. And last but not least, kind of just a random one, compared to the Jurassic World Diabloceratops, which is very similar in size too. And I actually just thought of one more I should compare this to, and I'll be right back. Here's it compared to the Jurassic World Pentaceratops and, well, human figure, which, just with the human figure in comparison with it, it's absolutely, well, perfect in size. It looks really nice with the human figure. For my final thoughts on the Spiclops, it's a Beast of the Mesozoic figure. I don't know what you guys were expecting. This is literally a great figure. Very nice detailing, very nice articulation, and really nice colorings as well. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.